Hey sweet thing, and welcome home to day 31 of our Advent calendar. We made it. Today is the last day of 2024. So as you take that idea into your mind, your heart and your body, find yourself in a nice comfortable position so we can check in for this last time. Doesn't matter what you choose today, whether you want to lay down or sit up, or hell, you can do the standing if it floats your boat. But find somewhere that feels supportive and that is going to be comfortable. When you get there, relax your gaze or close your eyes, and let's take our settling breaths together. So breathe in deeply and fully through nose or mouth. Open your mouth and sigh it out. And again, deep breath in. Put something heavy down. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And remember, it's not just during these times of checking in that deep sigh out can be a really valuable tool. It can change the way that we feel. And at the moment, I've got to say, I'm feeling a little bit pissed off, maybe. I don't know. The whole New Year, New You email parade has begun a couple of days ago, and it always makes me a bit ragey, because it's the laziest marketing tool ever used, and yet it's trotted out year after year after year, and it's based on the idea that there's something wrong with you now, that you are not some kind of amazing already, but that you are intrinsically broken, and you are only going to be saved or made better if you buy the things or do the practices or whatever it is. But here's the thing. While there is a powerful energy of new beginnings, it's still the day after today. So if you're not feeling it today, chances are that you're not going to experience a magnificent awakening tomorrow just because it's the first day of a new year. And making people feel obligated to feel certain things, it's a pretty shitty way to say, hey, welcome, let's see what we can make of 2025. I don't know how long this tactic has been used, but I call bullshit every year because it's so wrong. If you want to set resolutions, that's entirely up to you. And if you don't want to do it until the 4th or the 5th, hell, if you don't want to do it until March, that's entirely up to you. We can choose to start again anytime we like. There are powerful, energetic times of transition, sure, because lots of people are thinking about the new year as a time to begin again, a time to leave behind the things that didn't work this year, the things that hurt them, the things that they didn't think they'd recover from. Of course you don't want to take that with you, but it wouldn't matter if we were about to go into August or November. You can choose to leave shit behind any time you like, because that's the power of our brains. We've talked about perspective fairly often, and this is one of them. You don't have to wait until a hallmark transition point to decide that you want to do something new. You don't even have to wait until a new day. We've got this strange idea in our heads that it's only at, I don't know, the right on the hour, or the next day, or whatever, and we keep putting off these opportunities to start again because they're somehow not proper or not official, instead of claiming our own power to choose. If you don't feel like adopting a whole bunch of new habits that you know you're probably going to set aside by next week, then don't do that. All you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. And who wants to bring failure energy into a bright, sparkly new year? Nobody I know, anyway. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with growth. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wanting to make a change. But think about the expectation that comes with doing it at a point that we have all agreed on. Instead of you deciding that you're going to overhaul your life, and hey, if you want to overhaul your life, more power to you. You get to decide that. I don't get to decide that for you. If you don't want to overhaul your life, then maybe spend a little time just thinking about all that you have gotten through this year. All the things you didn't think you'd survive. All the tiny annoyances that you bit your tongue through rather than going off on one at somebody who you might have thought deserved it in the moment, but perhaps didn't. Instead of sweeping changes, maybe use this time to assess what worked, what you'd like to keep going, and build on that. Instead of saying everything about me is wrong, therefore I need to do everything new. I always have too much to say about this topic because the weight of years of marketing and bullshit stories is just starting to grate on me. So I just want to remind you that you're pretty awesome right now. And if you choose to do nothing different as you step into a new year, fantastic. Just embrace the light that you already have. And don't let anybody else decide that you need to be different because it pleases them. I'd like to finish today with a reading from John O'Donohue's book, To Bless the Space Between Us. And this one is called At the End of the Year. The particular mind of the ocean, filling the coastline's longing with such brief harvest of elegant vanishing waves, is like the mind of time, opening as shapes of days. As this year draws to its end, we give thanks for the gifts it brought, and how they became inlaid within when neither time nor tide can touch them. And the days when the veil lifted and the soul could see delight, when a quiver caressed the heart in the sheer exuberance of being here. Surprises that came awake in forgotten corners of old fields where expectations seemed to have quenched. The slow brooding times when all was awkward and the wave in the mind pierced every sore with salt. The darkened days that stopped the confidence of the dawn. Days when beloved faces shone brighter with light from beyond themselves, and from the granite of some secret sorrow, a stream of buried tears loosened. We bless this year for all we learned, for all we loved and lost, and for the quiet way it brought us nearer to our invisible destination. So whether you choose to go into the new year as more of who you are rather than less, or you decide this is going to be the year of your magnificent transformation, I wish you the best. I hope that you'll continue to check in with yourself, because that really is a power move. In a world that tells you who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to want and produce and do and look like, if you can reconnect to that still small voice within that tells you this is right and this is not for me, then you've become more powerful than you can possibly know. That's where the revolution begins, my friends. And I will be here for every step of it. It's a little early according to all of our times, but I wish you nothing but happiness and love. I know that the bad stuff's going to come, so may you learn good lessons and lasting lessons and not repeat the same fuck-ups again and again and again. So from my heart to yours, thank you for being with me throughout this month of December for our Advent calendar. I hope it's been of some kind of benefit. And I'll see you in the new year. Until we're together again, mind how you go, sweet thing.